Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube channel, and we're going to bring you some of our 1977 retro replay using Action Piece Baseball. And in this I manage the Mets in the National League and the Red Sox in the American League. Currently, the Mets are 3 games out of first place. We've been mixing and matching to a good deal of success with the Mets. Tom Seaver will seem to be traded. I'm playing with historical transactions. I'm not playing with historical lineups or pitching rotation. I mix and match. That's why we're only 3 games out of first place. We're going to lose Tom Seaver soon. Dave Kingman, who hasn't really done much of anything anyway. But we're 3 games back of first place. With the Red Sox, juggernaut. We have a series with the Yankees coming up, and we're 7 up on them in first place. Once again, we'll be playing, this is Game 1 against the Montreal Expos. It's a doubleheader. We're going to give you Game 1 tonight, probably Game 2 sometime in the future, maybe tomorrow, I don't know. So this is using Action Piece Baseball, wonderful game, Gamecock Sports Incorporated. He has a sale going on if you want to check it out. Lots of good stuff at reasonable prices. Alright, let's get to the ball game. Earlier I played some Out of the Ballpark 19, another fine, excellent game. My 2018 play along, however you want to call it, the Boston Red Sox. Another Chris Sale start. If you haven't seen it, catch it. It's pretty exciting if you'd like. So, alright, let's get to the ball game here. Go through the lineups and play another game of baseball. Alright, for the visiting Montreal Expos, leading off, batting first, the second baseman Cash will be followed by the shortstop Spires. Then the Hawk, Andre Dawson, playing right field. Batting third, Tony Perez, the former Big Red Machine member, will be at first. Warren Cromartie will be batting fifth in left field. Larry Parrish will be at third base, batting 6th. Del Unser will be in center field, batting 7th. Doing the catching, batting 8th is Foote. And on the mound, doing the pitching, is Rogers. For the New York Metropolitans here at Shea Stadium, Game 1 of the doubleheader. We have Lenny Randall leading off. He's playing third. Bruce Beauclair batting second in right field. Lee Mazzilli batting third in center. Ed Cranefools at first, he's a cleanup hitter. Batting fifth, doing the catching, Ron Hodges. Batting sixth, calm, Dave Kingman, who's in the left. Batting seventh at shortstop is Phillips. Batting eighth, second baseman Felix Leon. Batting ninth, on the hill, towing the rubber, John Matlack. Matlack, on this retro replay, 3 wins, 4 losses, 3.69 earned run average. He's thrown 46 in the 3rd innings. He has struck out 34, walked 13. Average against him, 283. In reality, he was 7 and 15 with a 4.21 earned run average. Striking out 123, walking 43. Behind the plate, you can see Ron Hodges. 4 defense, 8 arm. Lenny Randall's a 5. He's average at third. Phillips not so good at short, 3 out of 10. Mian, solid at second, if not more than solid, 7 out of 10. And Cranefools average at first, 5 out of 10. Kingman's out and left, 4 out of 10 defense with a even worse arm, 3 out of 10. Lee Mazzilli, above average for defense and arm, 6 out of 10. And Bruce Beauclair, he's in there for his bat, 3 out of 10 defense, 4 out of 10 arm. So Dave Cash leads it off. He has a 17-game hitting streak, as you can see with our little note over here. And Cash in the retro replay is batting .326, no homers, 9 RBIs. In actuality, .289 for the year. No homers, 43 RBIs, 7 out of 10 butter. We're going to move our corners in. So Randall in at third, Cranepool in at first. Matlack gets the sign from Hodges, and the ball game is on its way. Here's the pitch to Cash. And he flies. Beauclair, who goes back a bit, makes the catch, 1 away. Now bring up Chris Spire. He's batting 195, 1 homer, 6 ribbies. In actuality, 235, 5 homers, 38 runs batted in. Right-handed batter, 3 out of 10 bunter. We're going to keep our infield normal and straight away as well as our outfield. Hodges wiggles the fingers. Here's the pitch to Spire. Ground ball. Cranepool comes charging in. Will take it to the bag himself for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down for John Matlack. He's going to face the Hawk, Andre Dawson. Dawson struggling in 77 so far. 182, 1 homer, 12 ribbies. In actuality, not a bad year. 282, 19 homers, 65 runs driven in. Six out of 10 bunter, but 2 outs. I think he's dripping and ripping. Once again, the Mets play their infield, outfield straight away and normal. Hodges sets the target. The windup, the pitch from John Matlack. Grounder to Phillips. He comes charging in. Quick release to Cranepool. 1, 2, 3 go the Expos. We go to the bottom of the first. No score. 2 up for the Metropolitans. Randall, Beauclair, and Mazzilli. On the mound for the Expos is Steve Rogers. And in the retro replay, he's 4 and 5 with a 3.18 earned run average. He struck out 63, walked 24, average against 237. In actuality, 17 and 16 with a 3.10 earned run average, striking out 206, walking 81. Behind the plate, you have Barry Foote putting his best foot forward. 4 out of 10 defense, 5 out of 10 arm. Larry Parrish is at third. He's average 5 out of 10. Spire is at short, 6 out of 10. Dave Cash, solid at second, 7 out of 10. Tony Perez, the former Big Red Machine member, now playing his game north of the border in Montreal, 7 out of 10 at first. Warren Cromartie is in left field, 8 out of 10 defensive range, 4 arm though, 4 out of 10. Del Unser is in center, 3 out of 10 range, 3 out of 10 arm. And the Hawk, Andre Dawson's in right. Not much range, 4 out of 10 range, but an above average arm, 6 out of 10. Lenny Randall comes and played an excellent bunter, 9 out of 10. And the corners are normal, so they're playing back. They're playing regular for Randall. Randall batting 340, no homers, 4 ribbies. And they're playing normal. We're going to try to drop a bunt down for a hit. There's the pitch. And here's the bunt. It's fielded by Foote, who fires to Cash on the wheel play for out number 1. So Foote jumped out on that ball with his cat-like quickness and easily threw to Cash for the out. 1 up, 1 down. Here's Bruce Beauclair. Beauclair batting 337, 1 homer, 11 ribbies in the replay. In actuality, 293, 4 homers, 44 RBIs. He plays exclusively against right-handed pitchers. Rogers gets the sign from Foote, sets and deals to Beauclair. Beauclair swings and goes the other way, single to left. So Beauclair's on, 1 out. Here's Lee Mazzilli. Mets center fielder, 245, 1 homer, 7 RBIs. In actuality, 250, 6 homers, 46 RBIs. 5 out of 10 hit and run. On deck is Cranepool. We're going to play hit and run. Here's the pitch to Mazzilli. There goes Beauclair. That ball heads back to Rogers. He thinks about turning 2, but then throws to Perez at first to get the safe out in the sure thing. So 2 outs. Beauclair's in scoring position for Ed Cranepool. Cranepool 275, no homers, 14 ribbies. In actuality, 281, 10 homers, and 40 runs driven in. He'd love to go yard and get his first home run in this replay. Rogers against lefties, 223. He's tough on lefties, but Cranepool hits righties, 291. We shall win this skirmish. We shall see. Rogers gets the sign. He rocks and delivers to Cranepool. Cranepool swings, and that ball to center, and Beauclair scores 1-0 Mets. A clutch 2-out RBI single for Ed Cranepool. That's why we played hit and run with Mazzilli. We have to manufacture runs with this Metropolitan team. So Cranepool, 5 out of 10 base running ability. Tony Perez holding him on for the CH there. And here comes Ron Hodges. Hodges doing the catching today in place of John Stern. Hodges hits righties at a 273 clip in actuality. In the replay, 290, 1 homer, 7 ribbies. Again, that's pretty much against right-handed pitching. So he's exceeding expectations. In 1977, Hodges 265, 1 homer, 5 RBIs, and 117 at-bats. Cranepool will be off on contact. Rogers peeks over to first. Here's the pitch to Ron Hodges. Hodges swings down to Parrish. Throws across to Perez. Side retired, but the Mets get on the board first with a 2-out RBI single by Cranepool. 1-0 Mets. We go to the top of the second. Due up for the Expos, Perez, Cromartie, and Parrish. Tony Perez, the former Big Red Machine member, 279 in the replay, 3 home runs, 21 RBIs. And Ken Castro's joined us in the chat. He says, howdy again, Al. Well, howdy to you, Ken. Thank you for joining me. Writer extraordinaire, my friend. Dear friend of the channel, FOC, friends of the channel. Are you still playing some Soccer Blast? If so, give us an update. In actuality, Perez batted .283, 19 homers, 91 runs driven. He would later go on to play for the Red Sox in the early 80s. Matt Black's ready to work. He deals to Tony Perez. And that's a shot up the middle. Mazzilli cuts it off, but Perez has a leadoff single. Cranepool to hold Perez on at first, 5 out of 10 base running ability. And Warren Cromartie steps to the plate. Excellent hit and run candidate, 8 out of 10. Cromartie batting .255, 3 homers, 26 RBIs. In actuality, .282 with 5 homers and 50 RBIs. Mets want to turn 2 up the middle with Phillips and Mian. Lefty-lefty matchup. Cromartie actually hit slightly better against left-handed pitching, .287 compared to .281 against righties. We're going to go aggressive against Cromartie, excuse me. Matlack looks to first, picks up the sign from Hodges. Here's the pitch to Cromartie. Ground ball to Phillips. He backhands it, throws to Mian for 1, and a hard slide by Tony Perez breaks up any hopes of a double play, but a nice play by Phillips. Not known for his range, 3 out of 10 defense. So 1 out, 1 on. Cromartie, 6 out of 10 base runner. And Cranepool will hold him on. And here's a very dangerous Larry Parrish. Parrish batting .245, 5 homers and 15 RBIs in this replay. May 30th, 1977, retro replay style. Day baseball, 72 degrees, clear skies, and the winds are calm at Shea Stadium. In actuality, Parrish batted .246, 11 homers, 46 RBIs. 310 off left-handed pitcher. He struck out a ton, I remember. We're going to try a little pitch around, see if we expand the zone here. Here's the pitch to Parrish. Cromartie at first, 1 out, looking to turn 2. Ground ball to Phillips. Oh, goes to first for the sure thing as Cromartie got a really good jump. So the pitch around, and Parrish bangs the ball into the dirt to the shortstop Phillips. So 2 outs. Cromartie's in scoring position at second. And here comes Del Unser. Unser batting .329, 2 homers, 13 ribbies. In actuality, .273, 12 homers, 40 ribbies. Struggles against left-handed pitching, though. Strange that they have him starting in center field. Cromartie will be off on contact with 2 outs. As Phillips tries to keep him close. Matlack peeks over his shoulder, now looks in at Hodges, gets the sign, the wind-up, the pitch to Unser. Then he strikes him outside, retired. Good job by Matlack. The Expos strand Cromartie at second. We go to the bottom of the second, 1-0 Metropolitans. Let's go to the chat real quick and Ken Castro. And I asked him if he was playing any more Soccer Blast. He says, finished my game, Al. 2-0 Bayern Munich. Win. Night play of Out from the Park 18 game. Cool, who are you playing in that? And before you start up a game, I think you want to go to options. You want to see if you want to make the guys bigger. So I think that's under game options. So leading off for the Metropolitans, Dave Kingman. He'll be followed by Phillips and Mian. Kingman batting .196, 2 homers, 11 RBIs. He's had limited at-bats. He's going to be traded soon. He's under 100 at-bats, what he really had. He's had 102 at-bats. Before he was traded, he had 211. And he batted .209, 9 homers, 28 ribbies. But now I'm trying to match him up against pitchers who give up hits to right-handed batters. And Rogers, righties bat .259 off. Kingman digs in. Barry Foot sets the target. The wind-up to pitch to Kong. Kingman swings, and he lines a shot to Unser, so pays off. We started Kingman in left. Anything 250 or above on righties, because he hits for such power, I put Kingman in now. Seems to work a little bit. Here comes Phillips. Phillips also hits well against oh, I did that wrong. Well, damn you, dyslexia. Phillips does not hit well against right-handers in actuality, but in the replay he does. Just look at his phone. Let me make sure. In the replay, you can't see this other screen, but I'll just give you this. In reality, he only batted .198, but in the replay against righties, .273. So I'm going with his replay numbers. Let's ride the hot hand. And Bud Harrelson doesn't hit well at all. So he's a 6-hit run. Kingman has a 6 stealing base running ability. Rogers throws strikes. We're going to play hit and run here. Perez holding Kingman on. Foot wiggles the fingers. Rogers nods his head. Kicks and fires. There's the hit and run. There goes Kingman. Phillips sends that ball into the corner and right. Indeed, Kingman goes first and third. Great job by Phillips. 6 out of 10 hit and run, and he got the JOB done there. As he singles to right. Let's watch that. That was awesome. Jumped right on that pitch, turned on and passed the dive of Perez. And Kingman goes first and third. I like managing the Mets because you have to be creative in ways you try to score runs because they're not a good team. Pretty good pitching staff. Alright, so first and third, no outs. Felix Leon is up. And he's a 10-hit run. And again, I play very unorthodox with the Mets. I want to put the runners in motion. Hit and run. Rogers throws strikes, okay? Leon's a 10 out of 10 hit and run. You should put the ball in play. Ball in play, runner in motion, something happens. Because Leon only bats .221 off right-handed pitching. So I will risk the hit and run here. We're going to play hit and run again. Rogers kicks and fires. There goes Phillips. Leon gets the bat on the ball and he goes to right field. Kingman easily scores. Leon's digging for 2. He slides in and he is safe. A hustle double for Felix Leon. And advancing to third is Phillips. 2-0 Metropolitans. As the Go-Go Mets looking to get another win here. Let's go to the chat here. Ken Castro says the 2015 Jays versus the 2015 Royals. Last regular season game for the Jays in my league. A must-win as they are in a final playoff slot. Dickey versus Young. Cool. Thank you. Keep us updated. Thank you. So 2-0 here. Mets, 2 consecutive hit and runs produce fruit, as I like to say, as Kingman scored. So here comes John Matlack. And Matlack, we're going to have him take. Here's a pitch from Rogers. Infield in, protecting against the squeeze. Strike 1. Corners in, excuse me. So Parrish in at third, Perez in at first. Matlack will choke up and swing away. Phillips at third, Mian at second. Foot sets the target. Rogers deals to his counterpart John Matlack. And Matlack strikes out swinging on the 0-2 count. So 1 out, top of the order. Lenny Randall, he tried to bunt his way on. Foot did a good job jumping on the pitch and threw to Cash on the wheel play at first. Randall with an opportunity to get an RBI here. Rogers nods his head to wind up the pitch to Lenny Randall. Randall swings, he's jammed, that ball's popped up. Foot throws the mask off, goes back towards the screen, but he runs out of room. No balls, 2 strikes to Lenny Randall. He's in the hole. 1 out, 2 on. Rogers kicks and fires. Randall swings and lines a shot to Cromartie. Makes the catch. They fire back towards second, but Mian gets back just in time. So Cromartie tried to double up Mian. Good throw, but Mian got back. So 2 outs. Phillips is at third. Felix Mian is at second. Here comes Bruce Beauclair. He is 1 for 1. Scored the first Mets run on the Crane Pool single. Base hit should score 2 here, as runners will be off on contact with 2 outs. Foot goes through the signs. Rogers nods his head. He kicks and deals to Beauclair. And he strikes him out, swinging side retired. The Mets strand 2, but they do pick up 1 more on back-to-back hit and runs. It's 2-0. 2 up in the top of the third for the Expos. Foot, Rogers in the top of the order to Cash to face John Matlack in the Metropolitan. Barry Foot, 251 homer, 10 ribbies. In actuality, 245, 2 homers, 8 RBIs, 270, 111 off left-handed pitcher. Matlack deals quickly to Foot. Line shot. Randall snares it as he leaps in the air. And as it said, that is a web jam. What a play by Lenny Randall. 1 out. Here comes the pitcher, Rogers. Matlack works quickly to Rogers. Ground ball to Miani. Backhands it. Fires to Crane Pool for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down. Top of the order. Dave Cash, 0 for 1, riding a 17-game hit streak. Flew to right in the first. 7 out of 10 bunter from a player infield normal. Hodges sets the target. Here's the pitch to Cash. Looking to cash in. Ground ball to Miani. Ranges to the outfield. Grass to the right. Throws to Crane Pool. Side retired. 1, 2, 3. Go the Expos. 2 up for the Mets. Mazzilli, Crane Pool, and Hodges to face Steve Rogers in the bottom of the third with a 2-0 lead. Mazzilli is 0 for 1. Grounded to the pitcher on a hit and run, but it did put Beauclair in scoring position. And Beauclair did come around to score. 8 out of 10 bunter. Mazzilli's going to try to drop one down. He fouled it back. He tried to drag it. Counts no balls, 2 strikes. Mazzilli will not be bunting now. Barry Foot wiggles the fingers. Rogers nods his head. He rocks and fires to Mazzilli. Mazzilli grounds it to Perez. Perez will flip to Rogers, covering the bag. 1 up for 1 down. Ed Crane Pool's 1 for 1. Crane Pool single. Restoring Beauclair from second. Gave the Mets a 1-0 lead in the bottom. Stand at 2-0. Bottom of the third, 1 out, base is empty. Crane Pool awaits the Rogers offering. Here's the pitch, homeward bound. Crane Pool swings, and that ball's going to get down to right field. He has his second hit. Crane Pool's 2 for 2. And here's Ron Hodges, the catcher. He's 0 for 1. Grounded to third his first time up. We're going to play hit and run. There goes Crane Pool. Hodges swings and misses a throw down. And they just get Crane Pool as he thought he slid under the foot tag. But they're saying Spires applied it. The tag before he reached the bag. Crane Pool still not convinced of it. Some chirping from the Mets dugout for Joe Torre. So 2 outs, 1-1 count on Hodges. Base is empty. Hodges digs in that left-hander's batter's box. Rogers nods his head. He deals to Ron Hodges. And Hodges singles to left. He's hustled double! Wow! So that failed hit and run has basically taken us out of an inning. A hustle double by Hodges. Most likely on the hit and run, he would have got thrown out at first, so it would have been 2 outs with the runner at second. Here comes Kong. Kingman is 1 for 1. He singled to center. Love to go yard here and pick up his 3rd home run. Rogers shakes off Foot. Now he nods his head. The windup, the pitch to Kingman. Kingman Ground ball to Parrish, backhands it, fires to Perez for out number 3. Side retired to go to the top of the 4th, 2-0 New York. Due up for the Expos, Spire, Dawson, and Perez. Let's go to the chat where Clinton Parks has joined us. Check out his wonderful channel. Parks says finished May 3rd, 1965, National Pastime 3, Milwaukee 2, Colorado nothing, and April 3rd, 2017 opener. Have fun, guys. Well, thank you for the update. I'll check that out later, your 2017 game. Always good to see our good friend Clinton Parks. Check out his channel. Great stuff. Great baseball knowledge. So Spires is 0 for 1. He grounded to first. Matlack's thrown 27 pitches. He is good for 130. He'll wind up being the pitch to Spire. And he strikes him out. That's Matlack's second K of the game. 1 out, no one on for the Hawk, Andre Dawson. He's 0 for 1. He grounded to Phillips at short his first time up. Hodges sets the target. Here's the pitch to Dawson. Line shot. Going to drop in front of Mazzilli to center. And that is the Expos' second hit of the game. Dawson's first. Tying run comes to the plate, and the very dangerous Tony Perez. Perez is 1 for 1. He's singled up the middle. Remember, Perez had 19 homers with 91 RBIs for the Expos in 77. Phillips and Mian want to turn 2 as they pinch the middle. Dawson, 8 out of 10 base runner. Matlack throws over. Dawson's back. So Matlack and Cranepool keeping an eye on Dawson. We're going to go with a pitcher out to Perez. Hopefully he beats it into the ground and get a double play ball. Hodges sets the target. Here's the pitch to Tony Perez. 1 out, 1 on. Ground ball to Cranepool. He's up with it. Throws to Phillips. Return throw to Cranepool. 3-6-3 double play. Inning over. They got Perez to expand the zone. He beat the ball into the ground to Cranepool. Quickly fired to Phillips as he was coming across the second base bag, all in one motion, and throwing right back to Cranepool. 3-6-3. Bottom of the 4th, 2-0 Mets. Nice play started by Cranepool. And here's Phillips. They'll be followed by Mian and Matlock. Phillips is 1 for 1. He had a hit and run single that sent Kingman to third. Rogers picks up the sign from Foot to wind up the pitch to Phillips. And Phillips sends that ball up the middle. Cash charges it. Backhand near the bag. At second, throws to first for the out. 1 down. Nice play by Dave Cash. Felix Mian's 1 for 1. He had a hit and run double that scored Kingman and sent Phillips to third. Mian awaits the Rogers offering. Here's the pitch, homeward bound. Mian swings, ground ball to Spires, and throws to Perez. 2 up, 2 down, scoring at home. That's 6-3. Base is empty. Here comes the number 9 batter, the pitcher, John Matlack. He's over 1. Rogers deals quickly to his counterpart, and Matlack goes down on strikes. Side retired. We go to the top of the 5th. The Mets 2, the Expos nothing. Due up for Montreal, Cromartie, Parrish, and Unser to face John Matlack. Matlack so far 4 innings, 2 hits, no runs, no walks, 2 Ks. He's thrown 38 pitches. He's good for 130. Cromartie's 0 for 1. Grounded to short, forcing Perez at second, but beat out the relay throw for the double play. Lefty matchup. Hodges sets the target. Here's the pitch to Warren Cromartie. And that's grounded foul down the third base line. Counts on no balls, 2 strikes on Cromartie. Matlack picks up the sign from Hodges. He rocks and fires. And he strikes out Cromartie. Fastball at the knees. Cromartie does not pull the trigger. 1 out. No one on. Larry Parrish 0 for 1. Grounded to short. Try to pitch around. Try to induce another ground ball. Here's the pitch to Parrish from Matlack. And he doesn't expand the zone this time. Parrish showed patience in his second at-bat. He's at first, 5 out of 10 base running ability. Cranepool holding him on, and here's Del Unser. Not much pop in his bat. Well, he did have 12 home runs in reality, and he has 2 already this year. 0 for 1, 10 out of 10 bunter, 5 out of 10 hit and run, 1 out. Matlack wants to keep this ball down, try to get another double play ball, which he has brilliantly done early on in this game. The wind-up to pitch to Unser. Ground ball. Phillips. Dummy on to Phillips. The Cranepool double play. Side retired. Another great job by John Matlack as he comes jogging off the mound. Mian backhanded it, quickly flipped to Phillips coming across the bag onto Cranepool. So bottom of the 5th, 2-0 Mets. Cranepool, Matlack pitching a gem. Top of the order for the Mets, Randall, Beauclair, and Mazzilli. Randall's 0 for 2. He has attempted to bunt his way on. And then he lined to left. Cromartie made a nice shoestring catch. Corners in. Parrish in at third. Perez in at first. Let's see if Lenny Randall can bash this ball by the drawn-in corner. Foot sets the target. Roger deals to Randall. Randall swings. He goes right up the middle. 1 for 3, Randall. 9 out of 10 base runner, 61% chance of stealing second. Beauclair, 1 for 2 today. Singled in the first, struck out in the second. 9 out of 10 bunter, 4 out of 10 hit and run. We're going to play hit and run. I like Lenny Randall's chances of beating out the throw from a 5 out of 10 arm or foot. Here's the hit and run. There goes Randall. And Beauclair sends the ball the other way, but Cromartie's there, and Randall quickly gets back. So Beauclair couldn't get the ball on the ground. He ended up flying out to left. 1 out. Randall's at first. Lee Mazzilli's up. He's 0 for 2. Perez holding Randall on. There's the pitch to Mazzilli. They throw over. Randall just gets that hand in there as Perez slapped the tag on him. Mazzilli asks for time. Now he steps back in the box. Rogers peeks to first. Here's the pitch to Mazzilli. Mazzilli swings. He pops it up foul territory. Parrish giving chase towards the stands. And he reaches in, but he runs out of room. The count's 1 ball, 2 strikes on Mazzilli. Foot wiggles the fingers. Rogers nods his head. He rocks and fires. Mazzilli swings, dribbler down to Parrish. Only plays at first. Bang, bang, play. Did he beat it out? No! Mazzilli with a little rabbit hop. He thought he figured it out, but a fine stretch by Tony Perez. 2 outs. And Randall's at second. He's in scoring position for Ed Cranepool. Cranepool is 2 for 2 today. Single to right center. Knocking in Beauclair in the first and single to right in the third. Another single should score Randall. 2 outs, Randall will be off on contact. Spire trying to keep Randall close. Rogers deals to Cranepool. Cranepool swings, sends that ball right center field. On the run is Dawson, and he makes the catch in front of the wall. Side retired. Cranepool gave it a bid. Top of the 6th, 2-0 Mets. Due up for the Expos. Foot, Rogers, and Cash. Matlack, so far 5 innings. 2 hits, no runs. He's walked 1, struck out 3. There he foots 0 for 1. Line to third. Randall made a leaping catch, robbing Foot of extra bases. Hodges goes through the signs. Matlack acknowledges with a quick nod of the head. The wind is the pitch to Foot. And that's a fly ball to Beauclair. He doesn't even have to move. 1 away. Here comes Rogers. He's 0 for 1. Matlack wants to make quick, short work of Steve Rogers. Sets in deals. Ground ball. Phillips goes towards the second base bag and up with it over to Cranepool. 2 up, 2 down. Nice play by Phillips at short. Top of the order, 2 outs. And here's Dave Cash. Cash is 0 for 2. He's riding that 17-game hitting streak. Flew to right in the first, grounded to second in the third. Matlack's looking for another 1-2-3 inning here. Shakes off Hodges. Now he nods his head. Here's the pitch to Cash. And Cash gets hit number 18. 18-game hitting streak. Singles to right. Past the lunge of Neon. Tying run comes to plate. And Chris Spire. Very weak hitting shortstop. 0 for 2. Spire has grounded to first and struck out. Cash, a pretty decent base runner at first. 7 out of 10. Crankle holding on. Matlack throws over. Cash gets back. Matlack looks to first. Picks up the sign off the plate. He deals to Spire. Ground ball up the middle. Phillips. No, Mian gets it. Throws to Crankle. The ball got past Phillips. But Johnny on the spot, Felix Mian, side retired, great defensive being shown today by the New York Metropolitans. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 2-0 Mets, as the fans here at Share are having a wonderful time. Their team is winning the first game of this doubleheader, and they're only 3 games out of first place, and it's May 30th, 1977, retro replay style. Ron Hodges 1 for 2 off Rogers. Grounded to third and double. Hodges awaits the Roger offering. Here's the pitch. And Hodges goes down on strikes. Big swing and a miss on the 1-2 count. 1 out, no one on from Kong. Dave Kingman, he's 1 for 2. He singled in the second and grounded to third. Enough to send one out of Shea for his 3rd home run. The offering to Kong. And Kingman goes down. Big swing and a miss. Try to send that to the New Jersey Turnpike. So 2 outs, base is empty. Mike Phillips comes to play. He's 1 for 2. Singled in the second. Grounded to second and fourth. Foot sets the target. Rogers kicks and fires. Phillips grounds it to Spires. Throws to Perez. 1-2-3 go the Mets. Top of the 7th, very fast moving game here. Mets have a 2-0 lead. Matlack, 69 pitches, still looking strong, good for 130. They'll face Dawson, Perez, and Cromartie. Andre Dawson's 1 for 2. He singled in his last at-bat. Before that, he grounded to short. The windup, the pitch to the Hawk. That's a line shot. Randall snares it. Another fine play by Lenny Randall at third, 1 down. Tony Perez strides to the plate. Former member of the Big Red Machine, playing his ball north of the border now. Singled in the second and grounded into a double play in the fourth. Matlack's ready. He deals to Perez. Ground ball back to Matlack, who throws to Cranepool for out number 2. Matlack is in great command of his stuff today. 2 outs, top of the 7th, bases empty, 2-0 Mets. Here's Warren Cromartie. Cromartie's 0 for 2. He grounded to short, forcing Perez, so he reached on a fielder's choice in the second and struck out in the 5th. Lefty-lefty matchup. Hodges wiggles the finger, sets the target. Here's the pitch to Warren Cromartie. Cromartie grounds to Mian, takes down the outfield grass, throws to Cranepool. 1-2-3 go the Expos. We go to the bottom of the 7th, 2-0 Mets. John Matlack throwing a 3-hit shutout. Rogers back out on the mound. He's up to 80 pitches. He's good for 135. They'll face Felix Mian, John Matlack, and the top fielder, Lenny Randall. Mian 1 for 2. Double, knocking in Kingman on a hit and run in the second. And then grounded to short and fourth. Here's the pitch to Mian. He swings and he's going to get another hit. Will he try for 2? He takes a big wide turn, but stops at first. Another hit for Felix Mian. John Matlack comes to the plate. He's going to bat. Corners move in. Parishing at third, Perez in at first. Matlack's a 3-bunter and a 0 hit and run. He's only thrown 79 pitches. He's in complete control. We have a double header. I don't want to kill my bullpen. Got to get more innings out of Matlack. I wish he was a little better bunter. They're playing in. He's going to have a even. Actually, they're playing in, not behind the runner. He only has a 20% chance of stealing. Well, we're going to have to see if Matlack can put the sacrifice plug down. He does. They're going to go to second. Roger goes to Spire. Hard slide in by Mian. Negates the double play. But they'll take that trade-off. Mian is off the base pad. And Matlack did not succeed in the sacrifice plug at first. So Mian's out in the fielder's choice. But that good hard slide prevented any type of double play effort. So Matlack's at first, Lenny Randall comes to the plate. He's 1 for 3. Perez actually is holding Matlack on. Rogers peeks over. Now gets the sign from foot. The windup, the pitch to Randall. And he strikes him out. Got him looking. Slider. So 6 2/3 innings for Rogers. 9 hits, 2 earned runs. He struck out 6 now. Beauclair's 1 for 3. Matlack will be off on contact with 2 outs. Roger deals to Bruce Beauclair. Beauclair swings, sends that ball to left. Cromartie's right there, makes the catch, side retired. Top of the 8th, 2-0 Mets. John Matlack back out on the mound. Matlack 7 innings, 3 hits, no runs. He's walked 1, struck out 3. He'll be facing Parrish, Unser, and Foote. Parrish is 0 for 1. Grounded to short, and then walked in the 5th. Matlack kicks and fires. Harris sends that ball left center field and deep. Kingman goes back, looks up, it's gone. The Expos have pulled to within 1 on the Larry Parrish mammoth blast to left center. It was Kong-like as that ball went 387. Now 2-1. Mets get bullpen action up. Here's Dell Unser, he's 0 for 2. Unser is struck out and then grounded into a double play. Hodges has a quick word with Matlack, now back behind the plate. Matlack rubbing up the baseball. Steps back up on the hill, he toes the rubber. Looks in, nods his head. The windup, the pitch to Unser. And the Unser's called back. Sam Mejias, the pinch hitter, will come out. Batting 138, 1 homer, 1 RBI. In actuality, 228. 3 homers and 8 RBIs. And off lefties, 233. Here's the pitch to Mejias. And he strikes him out for the first out of the inning. So 1 out, base is empty. 2-1 lead now for the Mets as Parrish blasted a shot to left center to lead off the inning. And here's Barry Foote. Foote's 0 for 2. Line to third, Lou to right. Matlack sets and deals to Foote. Ground ball, Randall charges, quick release. Bang, bang, play at first, stretched by Cranepool, and they just get Foote. Thank God he's a slow-footed catcher. So 2 outs, base is empty. Here comes the pitcher, Rogers. I doubt he's hitting. As Ellis Valentine will pinch hit. And Valentine, in the replays, 273. 273, 6 homers, 23 ribbies. In actuality, 293, 25 homers, and 76 runs batted. And he bats 327 off left-handed pitching. Off righties, he bats 284. So this could be it for Matlack. On deck is Cash. Matlack will stay in the game. We'll try a pitch around to Valentine. Let's see if we can expand the zone. The line up the pitch to Ellis Valentine. Ground to the Phillips. Gonna be a bang, and they can't even do anything. Wow, did he beat that out? Wow. What an infield hit there. As Phillips wisely decided to hold on to the ball. We induced the ground ball, but infield hit. Let's watch out. Look how fast he is. We induced the ground ball with the pitch around, but Phillips wisely held on to the ball. And here comes Dave Cash looking to cash in on that infield hit now. 7 out of 10 bunter, 8 out of 10 hit and run, but there's 2 outs. Cash picked up a single his last at-bat in 6, which extended his hit streak to 18 games. Tying runs at first, the very sneaky Valentine. Go-ahead runs at the plate. And Dave Cash was batting 326, no homers, 9 RBIs, 271 off lefty, 294 off righty, so mystic that lap. Matlack peeks to first, throws over, Valentine's back. Crane pool, and Matlack trying to keep Valentine close. Now Matlack picks up the sign from Hodges behind the plate. Here's the pitch to Cash. And that's a shot to left. Kingman cuts it off before it gets down the corner, but the speedy Valentine easily goes first to third. Now there's 2 outs, runners on the corners. Tying run 90 feet away. Go-ahead run at first, and Cash, another good base runner. The very weak-hitting shortstop Spire comes up late. He's only batting 189, 1 homer, and 6 RBIs, and now we're going to look to our pen here. So Spires bats 251 off righties. It might be Skip Lockwood time. Lockwood shuts down righties, 205. He only bats 179. You know what? Matlack's going to stay in. Alright, big play here. Tying run 90 feet away. Game 1 of a doubleheader. Shea Stadium. Mets only 3 games out of first at 23-20. Montreal 19-22. May 30th, 1977. Day of baseball, 74 degrees, clear skies, winds calm. Anxious moments here at Shea. Here's the pitch to Spire, and before they do that, they go to a pinch hitter, Pete Makinen. And Makinen's batting 200 in the replay with 2 RBIs, no homers. And he's batting 313 off lefties. Well, now this is a no-brainer. We go to Skip Lockwood, our closer. So Lockwood comes in. And Lockwood will bat in the 9th spot. So here's Skip Lockwood, the closer. And Lockwood in the replay, 4 wins, 2 losses, 10 saves, 2.18 earned run average, striking out 32, only walking 3, batting average against 183. In actuality, it was 4 wins, 8 losses, 20 saves, with 3.38 earned run average, striking out 84, walking 31. Big moment here. Lockwood will face Makinen. Tying run at third, go-ahead run at first. The wind-up, the pitch from Skip Lockwood. That ball's up the middle. And it's going to be a double for Makinen. A pinch hit double ties the game as Valentine easily scores from third. It's a 2-2 ball game. Go-ahead run it at 90 feet away, and Cash at third. And Macklin comes through. Makinen, with a pinch hit double. Lockwood blows the save, and here he comes the Hawk, Andre Dawson. Lockwood needs to keep it a tied ball game here, as the joys that the Mets fans felt just a few innings ago have dissipated. Lockwood's ready to work. Here's the pitch to Dawson. Dawson dribbles it. Cranepool has it. Will throw to Lockwood covering the bag, and they get him for the out. We go to the bottom of the 8th, but it's a tie ball game, 2-2. The Expos scored 2 in the top of the 8th. And Joe Kerrigan will be on the mound for the Expos. Former manager, much disliked manager of the Boston Red Sox by the player. Joe Kerrigan. Kerrigan on the year in the replay. No wins, 2 losses, 9 saves. 1.93 earned run average, striking out 15, walking 2. Batting average against 167. In actuality, 3.22 earned run average, 3 and 5 with 11 saves, 241 average. He is a right-handed pitcher. To face the left-handed hitting Lee Mazzilli, who's 0 for 3. He's going to try to put a bunt hit down, 8 out of 10 bunter. Mazzilli drops it down. It's a good one. Mazzilli easily beats out that blunt base hit. Great job by Mazzilli. Wow. Go-ahead run at first, so Mazzilli, nice drag bunt. Watch that replay. Beautiful drag bunt. Great call there. Mazzilli dropping it down. 8 out of 10 base runner. Perez holding him on. Cranepool comes up. He's 2 for 3. 7 out of 10 hit in a row. Kerrigan, 15 strikeouts. He's throwing strikes. Mazzilli with decent speed. We're going to play hit and run here. Here's the pitch. There goes Mazzilli. Cranepool lines it deep and foul down the right field line. The count's now 2 balls, 2 strikes. We're still going to play hit and run. There goes Mazzilli. Cranepool swinging a miss, and Mazzilli. Oh, the ball's thrown into the outfield. And Mazzilli goes first to third. What a break for the Mets. The go-go Mets make things happen. Wow! So a strike. We went with the hit and run still with a 2-2 count. Swinging a miss, strike 3 on Cranepool. And Foot fires the ball to Mejias, who's now went into center field when he pinch hit. Let's watch that replay. Strike 3, there's the throw high past McInerney over his head. Mazzilli got up and went on to third. Infield moves in. Go ahead run at third with 1 out. Ron Hodges at the plate. Hodges 1 for 3. And John Milner. Hodges batted .273 off righties in actuality. John Stearns .278 with more at bats. We can keep him in the catch. Roy Steiger .288, but we pretty much maxed him out with his productivity. Not with at bats, just with his productivity. John Stearns is a righty. Kerrigan gives up .241 to righties and lefties. Hodges is 1 for 3. John Stearns will come in to pinch. Will pinch hit. Here's John Stearns will pitch it. Ron Hodges will stay in the game to catch. Go ahead run as the fans clap along to the organist here at Shea. 2-2 ball game, 1 out. Mazzilli's at third thanks to the throwing error by Foot. John Stearns is batting .250, 2 homers, 14 RBIs in the replay. In actuality, .251, 12 homers, 55 RBIs. Infield in. Can Stearns get it past the Tron in infield? Kerrigan gets a sign from Foot. Will wind up the pitch to Stearns. And he grounds it up the middle. And the Mets take a 3-2 lead. So John Stearns pinch hit single gives the Metropolitan a lead and much joy to the fans here at Shea. In the chat we have D. Scott Howard. How are you, my friend? Says, hi guys. I'm checking in from my old hometown of beautiful Lake Chelan in central Washington. 90 plus here. Wow, that's a hot day. As Ken says, hello, D. Scott Howard. Did you go for a walk today, D. Scott? Joined us just as John Stearns pinch hit single gives the Mets a 3-2 lead. Here comes Cobb. 1 for 3. Stearns will be held on at first by Perez. The windup and the pitch from Joe Kerrigan. They throw over. Stearns nearly got picked off. Just got the hand in there. Oh my Lord, John, what are you doing? Again, Kerrigan looks to first. Now he goes home. Kingman swings, dribbler to McInerney. Only play to first. Bang, bang, play. Did Kingman beat it out? No, he did not. Good stretch by Tony Perez. Stearns now advances to second with 2 outs. He'll be off on contact, and here comes Mike Phillips, who's 1 for 3. And Phillips will be called back. As now John Milner will come in to pinch hit. And let's make sure we have Bud Harrelson will come in to play short. John Milner will come off the bench, pitching. Left-handed batting John Milner. 21, 3 homers, 17 RBIs, a huge insurance run at second for John Stearns. Came through with the pinch hit single to knock in Mazzilli third. Milner in actuality 255, 12 homers, 57 RBI. Stearns, a good base runner, even as a catcher, a solid base runner. He's going to be off on contact. Kerrigan deals to Milner. Milner swings, sends that ball deep down the right field line. Dawson gets chased, but cannot make the catch. As it finds the stands, it's a souvenir for a friend here at Shea. No balls, 2 strikes, Milner in the hole. Stearns takes his lead. The windup and the pitch from Joe Kerrigan. Milner swings, he lines a shot to Cromartie, who makes the running catch, side retired. But the Mets take the lead on a clutch 1-out pinch hit single by John Stearns, aided on the failed hit and run. But Mazzilli was going to second. Foot throws the ball in the center field. Mazzilli got up after sliding one on to third. The go-go Mets getting things done. So our new catcher will be John Stearns. Our new shortstop will be Bud Harrelson. Let's see how we want to put this. Well, Stearns is going to go into catch, so that's pretty easy. And Harrelson will go in and play short. So the battery is going to be Lockwood and Stearns. Lockwood's in line for a win. He blew the save as he gave up that extra run. Well, it wasn't his run, it was Matlack's run, but he let the inherited runner score, so he blew the save. He'll have to get through Perez, Cromartie, and Parrish. Parrish hit a mammoth home run off John Matlack. It will be a no decision for Matlack. Perez is 1 for 3. He singled in the second, then he grounded into a double play in the fourth, and then back to the pitcher in the seventh. Lockwood's ready to work. Here's the pitch to Tony Perez, and he strikes him out! 1 out here in the top of the ninth. Lockwood wants that ball back. He'll face Warren Cromartie. Cromartie's 0 for 3. Cromartie has grounded, had a fielder's choice in the second, which was a force out of Perez at second. Struck out in the fifth and grounded to second and seventh. Lockwood nods his head. He kicks and fires to Cromartie. Ground ball to Harrelson. Nice backhanded play. Fires the crane pull for out number 2. 1 more out, and here's Lockwood has to face Larry Parrish. Larry Parrish in 1988 would come to the Red Sox when I want to say, I forgot who cut him. I think Texas released him. And 1988 was Morgan Magic. McNamara was fired. Walpole Joe Mulligan from Walpole, Massachusetts becomes a manager. He was a bench coach. And Joe Torre was actually supposed to be interviewed for the job, but the Red Sox went on that Morgan Magic run. And Joe Morgan kept the job. And in his tenure, he won division titles in 88 and 90. Now the Red Sox were swept out of the playoff both years by Oakland Athletics. But he never finished worse than 3rd. And they fired him. I always liked Joe Morgan. Walpole Joe. So Lockwood has to get through Larry Parrish. Parrish grounded to short in the second, walked in the fifth, then got the Expos on the board. He hit a mammoth solo shot in the eighth, 387 feet to left center. If he hits another one, we have a tie ball game. Stearns sets the target. Lockwood acknowledges the windup, the pitch to Larry Parrish. Wow, they're going to pinch hit. So Parrish was not getting an opportunity. I don't know about that. They're going to go to Jose Morales. He's 400 in this replay, but still, he only had 1 home run in the regular, in reality, with 9 RBIs, and he only batted .203, but they're going with the replay numbers. He's batting .400 with 1 double, 1 ribby. I would not have done that. I would have kept Larry Parrish up there. But Parrish doesn't hit well against righties, but still, I would have took my shot with Parrish. Morales does hit .250 versus righties, so now it's Morales who stands in the way of a Met victory. Lockwood and Stearns have a quick word on the mound with Cranepool. Meeting adjourned. Cranepool back to first. Stearns back behind the plate. Lockwood back up on the hill. Toes the rubber. Takes a deep breath. Nods his head. Will wind up the pitch to Morales. Ground ball back to Lockwood. He throws to Cranepool. Ball game over. The Mets win another thriller. 3-2. They take game 1 of this doubleheader. We'll probably give you game 2 maybe tomorrow. What a game. I love playing as the 77 Mets. I call them the Go-Go Mets. Lots of fun. You've got to think up ways of how to score runs with this team. They don't have a really good team, and we're going to lose Seaver soon as we're playing historical transactions. He'll be traded away. We're going to get Pat Zachary and Doug Flynn. Again, a horrible trade, but it gives us some depth on the bench. Kingman's going to be traded away. I don't know who we get for that, but I know Joel Youngblood will be coming our way too. So what a game. Lockwood blows the save but picks up the win. What a fun game. Action PC, such a good game. All the games I play are fun. But there's a sale. I don't know if it's still going on. If you're thinking about Action PC, buy stuff during the sale because you get such great value. All right, so let's go to the box score and we'll call it a stream. Mets come back. They blow a lead but come back to win 3-2. Get that up. And as always, before we do anything, get to the pitching here. Let's go to the chat and say thank you to Ken Castro. Ken says, nice game, Al. Thanks, my friend. Ken says, wish you had broadcast the final. Oh, so D. Scott played a... What did D. Scott play? Sounds fun, Ken. I'm missing Soccer Blast since finishing his project, the NWSL. So, yes, anytime feel free if you want to give updates, whether in the chat or leave them as comments on my videos, and I will read them out. I love when people are, whether they stream or not, I find it fun. Appa on Twitter, Appa Replay, and it's Brian, I think is his name. When he comes on YouTube, he just joined us in the chat. I think it was yesterday, or the day before, actually. He does updates. He has like a blog. I actually go and read them. He does these tournament games using Appa. A lot of fun. I love this stuff. It's fun. It's fun to talk to people about this stuff. So, all right. Well, thank you to Ken Castro, D. Scott Howard, and Clinton Parks. Check out Clinton Parks. He has a couple of games up on his channel right now. So, this is another fun game. I love playing as the Mets. I really enjoy playing as the 77 Mets. And hopefully if we take both games, we pick up a half game towards first. We're only 3 games out in third place. I believe Pittsburgh has a half game lead over the Phillies. The Red Sox were a juggernaut. We have a 7-game lead over the Yankees. We are opening up a series for the first time in this replay against the Yankees. I will be showing you at least one of those games on the channel. Hopefully a Ferguson-Jenkins start. All right, so Steve Rogers gets the loss. Tough luck, gets a no decision, excuse me. Tough luck, no decision. 7 innings, 9 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned. No walks, struck out 6. Kerrigan gets his 3rd loss of the year and a blown, just a loss because they tied the game up. He went 1 inning, 2 hits, 1 run, striking out 1. Matlack, no decision, pitched well. 7 2/3 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned. The first one, the mammoth shot by Larry Parrish, a home run. I would have still stuck with Parrish. Strange they went to Morales. 1 home run, 1 walk, struck out 4. Lockwood blew his 3rd save but picks up the win. He's now 5-2, an inning and a third. 1 hit, 1 strikeout. So the Mets win. They improve their record to 24-20. Montreal drops to 19-23. Let's go to the miscellaneous. John Matlack is the player of the game, even with the no decision. Game-winning RBI goes to John Stearns. Pinch hit off the bench for Ron Hodges. New York turned 2 critical double plays. The Expos left 4 runners on base. The Mets 7. Randall made a great play at 3rd. Batting. For the Expos, Cash was 2 for 4. Spires, very weak hitting 3rd baseman. How they put him in the 2 slot, I don't know. Shortstop, excuse me. 0 for 3 with a strikeout. How do you put that guy in the 2 spot? Mind-boggling. And I think the computer's actually using as-played lineups. I'm going to have to double-check that. I don't. I'm using historical transactions as-played lineups. but you can change your lineup. So why would I use the same lineups that failed for the Mets? I mix and match. I have the hindsight, so you might as well have fun with it. Mackinnon, I keep calling him Macklin. Mackinnon, he had the pinch hit single that tied the ball game up in the top of the 8th when the Expos scored 2. Andre Dawson 1 for 4. Tony Perez 1 for 4 with a strikeout. Cromartie 0 for 4 with a K. Larry Parrish hit the home run 1 for 2, a run scored, an RBI, a walk. Morales 0 for 1. The pinch. I would have never pinch hit Morales for Parrish. I don't care what he hit against righties. He might run into a ball. Unser 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Mejejas pinch hit for Unser 0 for 1. He struck out. Foot 0 for 3. Rogers, the pitcher, 0 for 2. Valentin had an infield single. Man, can he fly. And he scored. He was 1 for 1 with a run scored. Kerrigan pitched and not hit. He took the loss. The Expos had 32 at-bats, 2 runs, 7 hits, 2 RBIs, 1 walk that K'd 5 times, had a double and a home run by Larry Parrish. The Mets in victory. Lenny Randle 1 for 4 with a strikeout. Bruce Beauclair 1 for 4, runs scored with a strikeout. Lee Mazzilli, a big bunt single in the bottom of the 8th. Then on the failed hit and run, Stoll second, got up and went to third on the bad throw by Foot, and he scored on the John Stearns single, pinch hit single. Cranepool 2 for 4 with a ribby. Hodges 1 for 3, struck out, doubled. Stearns pinch hit single, won the game. 1 for 1, came in to catch. Dave Kingman 1 for 4 with a run scored, he struck out. Phillips 1 for 3, he kept the line moving. Milner, pinch hitter, 0 for 1. Harrelson came in to play defense when Phillips got pinch hit for by Milner in the 9th. Mian 2 for 3 with a ribby. He had a double. Matlack 0 for 3, K'd twice. And Lockwood blew the save but got the win. He pitched and not hit. The Mets 34 at-bats, 3 runs, 11 hits, 3 RBIs, struck out 7 times, had 2 doubles. Quick recap. Mets scored 1 run on 2 hits in the first. Cranepool single. As we played a lot of hit and runs in this game, you got to keep them moving, the Mets. They don't have a lot of talent. You got to think outside the box. I play hit and run. First and third, I'll play hit and run. Just get the ball in motion, get the runners in motion, put the ball in play. Good things happen if you put the ball in play. Usually. Sometimes bad things happen too. Cranepool single, knocking in a run, 1-0 Mets. The Mets would score again in the bottom of the second. 1 run on 3 hits. Felix Millan on a hit and run, doubled, scoring Kingman. 2-0 Mets. It stayed that way until the top of the 8th. But before that, Dave Cash singled in the 6th. He now has an 18-game hitting streak. The Mets sent 7 batters to the plate. Montreal, In the 8th, Montreal sent 7 batters to the plate, scoring 2 runs on 4 hits. Larry Parrish started off the scoring a solo blast. That was his 6th of the year, 2-1. And then the pinch hitter Pete Mackinnon doubled, and they tied the ball game 2-2. A huge play was the infield hit by Valentine, who pinch hit, and was just mega fast. So it's 2-2. We go to the bottom of the 8th. The Mets get the game-winning run. Lee Mazzilli had a bunt base hit, failed hit and run by Cranepool. He struck out. The throw down was high. Mazzilli steals second, gets up and goes to third, and then would score on the pinch hit single by John Stearns. And that's how the ball game ended, 3-2. Larry Parrish 1 for 2 with a homer. Lockwood blew the save but gets the win. Joe Kerrigan took the loss out of the pen. So the Mets go to 24-20. The Expos dropped to 19-23. The Sal Red Sox fans saying thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button, share, subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Trying to grow the channel and the community. Thank you to Ken Castro, D. Scott Howard, and Clayton Parks. To anyone who watched and did not join in the chat, feel free to join in the chat. To anyone who watches later, thank you very much for taking time out and spending some time with myself and the FOC, friends of the channel. Till next time, health and happiness. Take care. Bye-bye. God bless. Don't swing at the curveball in the dirt. Watch out for the big left hook. And peace.